I just knew it was about to be built to act. Drop them phones in the chat, cause story time is back. Drop the phones in the chat, cause story time is back. Drop the phones in the chat, cause story time is back. What? Story time is back! Tasha and Sandy sitting at this table, exposing each other's deep, dark secrets. You can feel the tension. You can see the angry looks on their faces. So I'm like, you know what? If they was just get up and start fighting, I wouldn't be surprised at all because I'm not either one of them. My business ain't getting exposed, but I am mad for both of them. So mind y'all, I'm sitting in the middle. It's Sandy to my right. It's Tasha to my left. And I'm kind of just looking at both of them. Y'all, it's quiet. Ain't nobody saying nothing. And for some reason, I'm just nervous because I'm just like, all right, what's next? Y'all, even our waitress came over to like check on us to make sure we didn't need no refills. And even she felt the energy. She was kind of looking like, is everything all right? Because mind you, before when she came over to check the first time, we was all laughing. You know what I'm saying? We playing the game, never have I ever. Now you could definitely tell it's on a different type of time. I almost told the waitress, like, look, you might as well bring some hot tea, y'all, because the tea that has just been spilled, baby, they don't need no water and they definitely don't need no more liquor. Bring the tea out. The waitress brought the food out, and I was the only one eating. They was just kind of looking at each other, and I'm just like, all right, y'all, you know what I'm saying? That's over. Let's move past that. Let's not let that ruin our night. Like, y'all not going to eat y'all food getting cold. Neither one of them said anything to me. It's almost as if they wasn't even acknowledging the fact that I was sitting right there. But I was hungry, and one thing about me, I'ma eat. So I finished with my food, I finished with my drink, and I told them, like, look, y'all been friends since y'all was in diapers almost. I'm sure that y'all can get through this. Like, I don't condone anything that either one of you have done tonight, but hopefully y'all don't let this ruin y'all time. Mind y'all, Sandy was supposed to be staying there for like 4 days, and this is the first day she gets here, so this ain't really a good look. I told them, like, look, I'm about to pay for my food, and I'm about to just go ahead and go to the crib. Mind y'all, Sandy and Tasha, they staying together. Sandy was just like, it'll be cheaper for her to just stay with Tasha. Therefore, she don't got to spend all that money on a hotel. You know, y'all know how that do. I paid my tab. I told them, like, look, just let me know y'all make it home safe, whatever the case may be. I'm about to go to the crib. They both was like, all right, cool. And I left. I got home, I kept thinking to myself, like, I can't believe that happened. Like, how did such a good night turn into them exposing each other, telling each other's, you know what I'm saying, deep, dark secrets, all that? It was kind of throwing me off. But I was like, you know what? Before I go to sleep, I'm going to text Tasha because, you know, that's still my best friend. Yeah, me and Sandy was kind of liking on each other, but I don't know. I just felt like Tasha was, like, more hurt by the situation. I text Tasha and was like, look, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what happened tonight, but hopefully everything is all right. Like, hopefully y'all ain't over there fighting, you know what I'm saying, trying to harm each other, whatever the case. Like, call me tomorrow. We'll catch up. I really hope that y'all can fix this. Y'all been friends. Blah, blah, blah. Hit me up. Good night. I remember waking up about 1 o'clock in the morning. She used the bathroom, and I checked my phone, y'all, and Tasha have not texted me back. And that's not normal for Tasha. One thing about Tasha, she a quick texter. Like, she's gonna always text you back, and if she don't text you back, she's gonna have a valid reason. So, I don't know, that kind of raised my eyebrow. So, I went to use the bathroom, came back, I called, the phone going straight to voicemail. That's very odd. Tasha never turns her phone off, nor does she let her phone go dead. So, now I'm starting to get a little worried, y'all. At this point, I start calling and texting Sandy, and I'm not getting no answer from Sandy either. And it's the same thing. As long as me and Sandy has been talking, she's always been very good at, you know what I'm saying, her text back time is good. Her call back time, if she don't answer the phone, she's going to call back within a minute or two to be like, oh, my bad, I was doing this, or I was on the phone with this person, whatever the case may be. So neither one of them answering. Mind y'all, when I left the restaurant, they was not on good terms. So I'm just like, dang, like, don't tell me I'm gonna have to get up out my bed, go all the way over there just to make sure they all right, because I just did not have no good feeling about it. I was kind of laying there scrolling on social media, like, hopefully thinking that maybe one of them was gonna text, you know, at least call me back. Next thing you know, somebody knocking at the door, and I'm just like, that's very odd. I didn't even have company at that crib. Like, if you at my door, it's because I know you at my door. It's because I told you to come, or I already knew you was coming type of time. So I'm just like, who at my door this late? I open the door, y'all, and it's Sandy. She's standing there crying her eyes out, hyperventilating. I'm like, oh my God, like, what's going on? Are you okay? Is Tasha okay? Immediately, she's like, don't ask me about her. Like, it's done. Our friendship is through. She hurt me. She's fake. She was never a real friend. Da, da, da. She's going on and on. She's like, I had to get away from her. We was going to end up really hurting each other. Like, I don't want to go to jail. This, and that. I'm just like, dang, what happened? Sandy tells me, like, look, I don't really want to talk about it right now. I'm tired. I'm ready to kind of lay down. Can I please stay at your house for tonight? And I'll figure the rest out in the morning. So I'm just like, you know what? I mean, I guess it's not a problem, but like, is Tasha okay? Like, whatever. She's like, if you want to, you could call her. She's fine. She's the one that put me out, this, and that. Like, I'm the one you need to be worried about. And I'm just like, well, Tasha is still my friend, but okay, whatever. You can stay here for the night. Go ahead. I'm saying? I'll fix her up on the couch real nice. Let me know if you need anything. Like, I'm sorry about what happened. You know what I mean? I do still low-key want to know why you went to prison, but I understand right now was not the right time to ask, but I am curious. So I'll go back in my room. I immediately start calling and texting Tasha because, like, I'm worried. Like, okay, I understand that Sandy is all right, but what about you? Like, this don't even seem like her character to put her best friend of many, many years out. It just don't seem like something Tasha was doing. So at this point, I'm really worried. I'm calling, texting Tasha, no response. And I told her, look, if I don't hear from you by the time I wake up in the morning, I'm coming to see you. I know where you live. I know where you work. I know where your mom and your dad stay. Text me back. All I want to know is if you're all right. Like, Sandy's here. Okay, cool. But what about you? Y'all, as soon as I sent that text, Tasha calls me. She's like, what do you mean Sandy is here? I'm like, well, Sandy said that you put her out. So that's why she came over here and she was going to, fall asleep over here. And in the morning, she was going to try to figure out her next steps. Mind you, she was supposed to have been staying 4 days, but she was supposed to be staying with Tasha. Now that y'all got into it, I guess she's just trying to figure out, what's the play. She's like, oh my God, that's so weird. I don't know why would she even show up at your house. She needs to go home. Like, I don't want her there. I'm just like, look. I just want to make sure you all right. Like, this should never have gotten that far. You revealed a secret about her being in prison. She revealed a secret about you, like, not wanting to keep the baby, whatever the case. It's over. It's done. Surely, like, there's a way that y'all can get through this, right? Right here, right now in the chat. Would y'all be able to forgive y'all best friend of many years if they expose a secret like that about you, whether you went to prison or whether you got rid of the child? Would y'all be willing to move forward? Let me know right now in the comments. So anyway, Tasha's like, no, she's dead to me. I have nothing else to say to her. I don't want to see her again. I don't want to talk to her again. I don't want her here. She needs to go home. She needs to leave your house. Like, I don't want that to happen. Like, she needs to leave. I tell Tasha, like, look, I don't want to hear that right now. I got to get up and go to work in the morning. I'm sure we'll all figure this out. Like, I'm glad you are right. You need to get some rest, get some sleep, whatever the case. I'll hit you up in the morning. Kill. So I hang up from the phone to Tasha. I'm kind of irritated and aggravated because I'm just like, I cannot believe y'all letting this take it this far. And all I hear is Sandy snoring, y'all. Sandy sleeping good on that couch. She must have been really, really tired. I don't know, whatever the case was. But she was just literally snoring like a grown man. I finally ended up going to sleep, and now I'm being woken up to, like, pots and pans clinking in the kitchen. So I'm like, what's going on? I almost forgot Sandy was there. Y'all walk in the kitchen, Sandy got a full breakfast made. She's like, yeah, I know you got work or whatever. I just want to send you to work with a full stomach. Like, this is my apologies for showing up here so late like that. I didn't mean to ruin the time yesterday, whatever. So please accept my apology breakfast. And I'm just like, okay. Now, at this point, I'm trying to find out what's a good time to talk to Sandy about, like, Tasha don't want you here. Even though this not Tasha's house, this is my house, whatever like that. I kind of feel weird that even though you're her best friend, you're kind of staying with me, especially because we didn't even talk about that. But I'm like, whatever. There'll be time to talk about that when I get off work. I sit down, me and her kind of talk about other things. I'm eating breakfast, and the breakfast was a 10 out of 10. Definitely recommend. So I finish eating. I tell Sandy, like, look, I'll be back. Mi casa, su casa. Just don't get too carried away, whatever the case may be. I get in the car. Now I'm on my way to work. And all of a sudden, Tasha calls me. She's like, look, I could barely sleep knowing that Sandy is over there. Like, I don't trust that girl. I don't want her staying there with you. She needs to go back home. Have you told her yet? I'm like, look, I'm going to talk to her when I get off work. I don't want all that to be on my head, while I'm at work trying to get the job done. I'm going to talk to her about it. Like, don't let that worry you. So I'm almost ready to get off work. So I go ahead and text Sandy, just trying to give her a heads up. I'm like, hey, we need to talk, when I get to the house. Okay, cool. So I go home. Sandy is sitting there, y'all. She has cleaned my house spick and span. It's as if, like, it looked like when I first moved in, how, like, they fix it up real nice and clean and all this other stuff. So I'm like, thanks. I appreciate it. Even though my house wasn't dirty, but you can tell she just been kind of in there deep cleaning. She's like, so what'd you have to talk to me about? I'm like, look, I know that you said that you was going to figure out, your next moves. If I let you stay here for the night, I'll just kind of see, where your head at with that. She's like, oh, yeah, I was just going to tell you that my apartment complex called me and said that they had pipes bursting. So it basically flooded my apartment out. So now I don't have anywhere to go. Like, honestly, this is really, like, traumatizing to me. I didn't even have renter's insurance. So she's going on and on. And all I could think about is, like, dang. What kind of person would I be to tell her, like, you know what, you cannot stay here? Like, that's very unfortunate, but you can't stay here. So she starts crying about, like, how she lost her best friend. Now she lost her house. She lost a lot of her belongings. Like, this has been the worst trip ever, stuff like that. I'm just telling her, like, look, calm down. It's okay. She's like, look, I don't want to be in your space like that. Like, please just at least give me 2 more days. And I promise you I'll be out of your hair. I just don't have anywhere else to go. I'm trying to think of my moves. My apartment said that they're going to call me back. Like, they're talking to her about relocation because apparently everything is just completely ruined. Like, it's not even worth salvaging. So I go ahead and tell her the truth. I'm like, look, I don't mind you staying here 2 days, but I will let you know that Tasha does not like the sound of that. She feels some type of way because you're here. I'm not understanding exactly what went on, you know what I'm saying, between you two, but she is very adamant about me not letting you stay here. She doesn't want you here. She wants you to go back home. Y'all, I don't know why I told her that, because it's like the way she was looking, it was already given like, all right, bet. She was like, you know what, that's weird. Like, I would never do her like that. If that something like that happened to her, like, I would let her stay. Like, it's not even that deep, but okay, cool. Like, I got her. What do you mean you got her? I'm like, whatever. Hopefully these 2 days just fly by. I really want Sandy to go back home, and I really want Tasha to kind of, you know what I'm saying, be real. I don't want all this tension. I don't like no drama, but it's just like, I'm not just going to put the girl out. She's saying she don't got nowhere to go, even though it's not really my responsibility. But, you know, her staying just 2 more days, what's the worst that could happen, y'all? All right, y'all, it's time to see who really locked in, who really paying attention. If you made it this far in the story time, drop 20K right here in the chat. 20K. Y'all, we hit 20,000 subscribers, and I am more than grateful. I'm more than thankful for every single last one of y'all that took the time out to even hit the subscribe button. Y'all know y'all could just watch videos without hitting the subscribe button, but at the same time, if you subscribe to my channel, I really do appreciate it. I love y'all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Drop 20K in the chat if you locked in. So boom, bam, right back to the story, y'all. So that night, you know what I'm saying, we drinking wine, you know what I'm saying, Tasha's calling me, and it's just like, I don't really want to answer because I already know what she want. I just keep telling her, like, look, I'm gonna talk to you tomorrow. Like, I had a long day at work. I need to lay down, I need to get some sleep. Like, I'm gonna call you tomorrow. So I ended up falling asleep on the couch right there beside Sandy. And no, we didn't do anything, y'all. We still had our clothes on, everything else, just that wine. You know how that wine just slip up on you. And I was like, God dang. So on this day, due to inclement weather, we didn't have to go into work. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm staying at home with Sandy, just me and Sandy, you know what I'm saying? We chilling. But I'm still just trying to text Tasha. So none of my text messages are going through. And I'm just like, that's weird. I'm trying to call her. She's not answering the phone. I'm just like, what's really going on? So I'm like, you know what? Maybe she just mad. Maybe she upset because she know that Sandy is still here. I don't know what the case is, but I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to let it go. I told myself tomorrow I'm going to get up really early before I go to work. And I'm going to go over there and I'm going to talk to Tasha face to face, because at this point, it just got to stop. So the next morning, I get up for work. Sandy has cooked again. She's in great spirits. She's like actually smitten, whatever. I eat. And now I'm on my way over to Tasha's house just to see, like, bro, why you ain't been calling me back? Why you ain't been responding to none of my texts? Like, am I blocked? At that point, y'all, I had an Android. So it wasn't the case of like the whole delivered and whatever the case may be. Just the green bubble saying that you never know if you blocked or not at that point. So I pull up on Tasha, and it's like she was waiting on me at the door. She was like, you know what? I was just about to come by your house to see, like, what's going on? What's wrong with your phone? Why haven't you been responding to me? I'm like, that's funny, because I pulled up here to see why you ain't been responding to my texts, why you ain't been answering my calls. It's been going straight to voicemail. I thought you blocked me. She's like, what? You haven't been calling me. I haven't got not one call or one text from you. So, like, what are you talking about? I'm like, what? So we standing there, and I try to call Tasha right then, right there, and it's not going through, y'all. Tasha not getting my calls. She's like, wait a minute, let me see your phone. I hand her my phone. She goes through my contacts. She's like, look, why does it say that you blocked me? I'm like, what? Why would I block you? She's like, I already know. It's not true. She's like, I'm telling you, it's Sandy. You cannot trust her. She is not a good person. Like, she turns evil when she doesn't get her way. And I already know she plotting against me. You got to get her out of your house. And I'm thinking, like, but when would Sandy have time to go through my... When I was off that wine. When I was off that wine, and I passed, because I did pass out first, because she kept joking, like, oh my God, like, you about to tap out. Oh my God, you're a baby. You about to fall asleep. And I was just like, look, I don't care. That wine was on me. That wine was on my body. I was like, ready to go to sleep. Tasha's like, please believe me, Star Young. I've been friends with this girl for years. This is one of her favorite moves to do. Like, I remember one time when she wanted me to get over this dude I was talking to, but like, I was still like, after him, I would still call him, I would still text him. And then one day she just took my phone and she blocked the dude from my phone. And I didn't even know until like years later she told me. I just thought that the dude would just stop responding to me. I thought that he didn't love me anymore. He didn't like me anymore. But years later, Sandy finally came out and was like, look, I blocked him from your phone. I just didn't tell you. Now, ain't that about a... I'm like, dang, that's crazy. I didn't even take Sandy for that type. She's like, I'm telling you, like, she doesn't look like she'll do it, but that's just what she do. She like, and what's even crazier is what she went to prison for. Now, that's the tea I've been waiting on, because mind y'all, Sandy never mentioned it. Even when I asked Sandy, she's like, oh, I'll tell you later. We can talk about this later. She kept deflecting. So at this point, I'm really excited to hear the tea. She's like, well, let's just say that one of her ex-boyfriends was ready to move on. And so she ended up catching a bad arson case trying to burn the house down while he was still in it, because she thought that he was in there with another girl. You telling me this stuff about her burning the house down and she at my house by herself right now? She's like, oh my God, yes, that's what I'm saying. You have to get her away, because the minute that you tell her no, or the minute that she feels disrespected or unheard, unseen, whatever, she would do the most craziest stuff to try to retaliate against you. Like, I'm not just saying that because of what went on between us. It's just that this is the type of person she is. And that's why I say, like, watch your back, keep her at a distance, because it can get real ugly. So I'm like, you know what? That's it. Like, you know, you be giving me some warnings, and I appreciate you keeping it real with me. It's nice to know, because I feel like you had me blocked, but it's nice to know that that's some crazy stuff that she did. When I get off work today, I can promise you, I'm going to tell her, like, look, you got to go. You got to go now. You got to figure it out. Like, this not cool. You blocking people from my phone. Like, where they do that at? All right, boom. So I finished chopping it up with Tasha. Now I'm on my way to work, y'all, and I can barely get through my day, because I'm just thinking to myself, like, dang, this is so crazy. Like, I can't believe Sandy is really that type of person. But it does make a lot of sense. We would always have conversations about, like, oh, how crazy are you? And she's like, oh, I go to the limits. Like, if I feel like you breaking my heart, if I feel like you playing in my face, like, I'll take it the furthest I could possibly take it. She would always say little stuff like that, but she would never actually tell me about some of the stuff that she has done. So I'm like, you know what? I don't really want to, start a conflict face to face. So I'm just going to go ahead and text her and let her know that, look, I need you out by the end of day, baby girl. And that's when it starts to get real, real interesting, y'all. So boom, bam, y'all. I finally muster up enough courage to send Sandy a text, because I just want to kind of soften the blow, a little bit. I don't want to meet her face to face and be like, look, you got to get out. Plus, I wanted to give her a little bit more time, because I was getting off a little later than I usually do. So I sent her a text along the lines of saying something like, look, I really have enjoyed sharing my space with you. You know what I'm saying? But I do feel like I'm kind of in the middle of you and Tasha. Tasha's my friend. Me and you have kind of been liking on each other. But I do feel like by the end of today, it's best that if you know what I'm saying, kind of left my house. Again, I'm sorry that you've been going through this situation. Like, I really hate this for the both of y'all. I still do hope that there is some type of way that you guys can work through this. But other than that, I don't want to be in the middle. I don't want, you being at my house to put a strain on me and Tasha's friendship. And plus, yes, I do know about you blocking Tasha from my phone, which I don't agree with. You going through my phone, invading my privacy, stuff like that. That's not cool at all. So I send a text about to put the phone back in my pocket to start back working, and my phone starts vibrating, y'all. Sandy is calling me, and I'm just like, I don't even really want to answer, because something is telling me she is not a happy camper. So I answer like, hey, miss, make it quick. Like, I'm at work. What's up? She's screaming to the top of her lungs, like, I hate her. I hate her. I know you're only doing this because of her. Like, you was cool with it. You said that you was going to give me like a couple of days, stuff like that. Like, why would she do this to me? I'm just like, look, this has really nothing to do with Tasha. And it did, but I wasn't going to tell her that, especially not right now. But it's just like, look, I don't want to be in between y'all, saying mumbo jumbo. I just want you to leave. I don't feel comfortable with you being in my house, especially like you just went through my phone. Why did you block her? That was taking it too far. She's like, look, I don't want you talking to her. Like, I'll leave your house, but you have to cut her off. Like, wait, since when did you start making... Wait, you gonna tell me what to do? Nah, hold on. So we're going back and forth arguing, because I'm like, there's no way you finna sit here and tell me what to do and who to cut off while you in my house. You the one with nowhere to go. You the one talking crack. Like, nah, please say psych. Say it with me, chat. Is she cool? So she was like, you know what? Hold on. So I'm thinking to myself, like, hold on. What you about to do? Y'all, why Sandy done call Tasha and merge her in on the three-way call? Going in. Tasha can barely give a word out, because like Sandy just keeps going on and oh, you got me so messed up. Why would you tell her that? Like, da-da-da-da. Like, I knew you was fake. I knew you was hating on me. Like, you was kind of jealous that me and Star wanted each other. Maybe you wanted her, this and that. Oh, brother. She's like, at the end of the day, me and Star happy and you're miserable. You over there by yourself. Like, we're going to be together and we're going to get married and we're going to have a baby, something that you wish you could have done. Now, why you stoop that? Now, why you stoop that low? Now, why you saying anything about that? Now, you know that this girl didn't want to, get rid of that baby. And so for you to say some stuff like that, Sandy, you wrong, you was wrong. At that point, I was disgusted. I was turned off. It's just too much. Then you keeping up the drama like, bro, no. You definitely got to go. Y'all, Tasha finally was like, you know what? She started laughing. And it's one of those laughs where it's like, uh-oh. She's like, please just stand on that. Matter of fact, I'm on my way. Like, I'm finna pop up at Star House and it's on site. And she hung up the phone. Mind y'all, I'm at work, so I'm 30 minutes from my house. Tasha only lives 15 minutes from my house. So I need to leave right now doing at least 100 miles per hour if I'm going to try to at least beat her to my house. That's not happening. It's traffic. The place I worked at, I had to walk a mile just to get all the way to the parking lot to get into my car. Like, y'all, I'm just calling Tasha like, please stop. Y'all, she not answering her phone. Sandy is no longer answering her phone. I'm just like, look, I knew it was about to be bad. And I felt like this was going to be some unsettled energy from the restaurant, because I'm telling y'all, I feel like they should have fought in just to get it out. But the whole time, it's just like they both was holding it in. So it's like it's about to get real bad. So I go ahead and tell my supervisor, like, look, I got a family emergency and I need to leave right now. Y'all, I could have did 300 miles per hour. I was not making it home before Tasha got to my house to get her hands on Sandy. All I could do was ride and pray. I had the music cut off. I had my emergency lights on. Hopefully a police officer do pull me over, because, yeah, officer, follow me to my house because it's about to go down. Finally, I pull up to my house. The one big red flag, I already see Tasha's car. That's not a good look. Tasha left her car door open. So I'm like, okay, so she's obviously on that type of time. And I go up to my door and I'm locked out. I unlocked the top lock, but they have the deadbolt locked inside my house, y'all. Like, I can get in with my key, but if the deadbolt is locked from the inside, I can't get in. Y'all know how that go. So I instantly just start banging on the door, y'all. Nobody coming to the door. All I hear is like grunting. I hear pushing. I hear beep this and beep that. You got me beep and this and that. I'm just like, oh my God, let me in. So finally, a bright idea came to my mind, because on my balcony, I always leave my sliding door unlocked, because we in that type of neighborhood where anybody gonna touch our stuff. It's all good people, all good vibes, whatever. So I immediately run to the back of my house, jump over my little gate, and I enter into the sliding door. Y'all, they putting belt to behind on each other. And it's just like, oh my God, please stop. Please break it up. Can y'all please chill out? I was trying with all my might to separate them, y'all. Both of them, especially plus that anger, it was nothing I could do. Those girls was having their way with me. Study pushing me out the way. They wouldn't let go of each other's hair. They wouldn't stop hitting each other. I'm like, bro, y'all need to chill before I end up calling the police, for real. And it's so crazy. But as soon as Sandy heard the word police, she immediately just stopped. She got to the other side of the room, put her hands behind her back, and was like, nah, I can't deal with no police. For those of you that want to know who won the fight, I can tell you this. I ain't trying to put nobody's business out there, but it wasn't Sandy that won. Y'all, Tasha towed her up. The T in Tasha stand for toe up. She the real Miss Belt to Booty, because sheesh. When Sandy backed up against that wall and her face was just showing, it was just like not. So at this point, Sandy on the right wall, Tasha on the left wall, and they just kind of looking at each other out of breath. Both of them so tired. I'm just like, bruh, ain't no way y'all done came and messed my house up like this. My couch was in the middle of the floor. It's all the way over there. It's stuff broken. It's glass and trash everywhere. Like, why y'all do my crib like this, man? Sandy trying to play victim like she didn't provoke Tasha. She's like, well, I was over here minding my business. She the one pulled up here trying to fight me, and I'm going to stand my ground. Like, I got to defend myself, this, and that. And of course, Tasha's whole reason behind it was the fact that she felt highly disrespected by Sandy. Sandy didn't have to say the whole baby comment. Like, come on, be for real. So I'm like, look, all right, Sandy, unfortunately, you know what I'm saying? You got to go. I can't be having this type of stuff. Y'all going to get me put out. Then where I'm going to go? So then Tasha started laughing. So I'm like, wait, what you laughing at? Like, what's so funny? She's like, it's crazy because I actually called her apartments and they said it was no such thing as a burst water pipe. All the apartments are fine. Nothing happened. So she actually lied about that just to stay here a little longer. Is that right, Sandy? Sandy's like, oh my God, you're so weird. Why are you double checking up behind me and stuff? Like, you need to mind your own business, this, that. And I'm just like, bruh, I cannot believe you, girl. Like, why lie like that? Then for her final thing, Sandy tried to flip it on us. She was like, if y'all want to be together, if y'all like each other, just say that. Y'all could have kept me out of this. Both of y'all being weird. I feel attacked. Like, this isn't even a good feeling for me. I'm all the way away from home down here visiting y'all, and I feel like y'all about to jump me. I feel like y'all about to do something to me. Mind y'all, ain't nobody studying Sandy. Ain't nobody even being aggressive. We talking in like our inside voices. Nobody yelling at her. I don't know why she's feeling threatened. But I'm like, you know what? That's the only card you got to play left. So I guess you can just throw that out there, I guess. I'm like, Sandy, you the one that's been doing all this lying, and then you gonna block Tasha from my phone, and then you ain't even tell me what you did to your ex. You went to prison for being an arsonist? You trying to burn some stuff down? Like, of course I don't feel like, you know what I'm saying, you comfortable. I don't want you here while I'm not here. I don't want you here at all. I just need you to go. At this point, Tasha like, you know what, I'm about to leave, but I'm about to help you clean up, friend. I do apologize or whatever. Like, this wasn't my character, but I just felt like there's some stuff I had to get off my chest. I'm done with her. You don't got to worry about it no more. Like, I'm going to clean up your crib, and then I'm about to leave. Sandy started packing her stuff. You know, she's crying. She's like, she can't believe this. She would never, ever go through something like this again. She was saying how we're horrible people. We set her up. We doing this. We doing that. I'm just like, girl, hurry up and pack and get out, for real, for real. After what felt like hours and hours later, Sandy finally left, headed back to the airport to go to her house that never got flooded out or never had burst pipes anyway. Me and Tasha's friendship got back to, you know what I'm saying, we were stronger than ever. But one particular thing that happened until this day is still kind of messes with me because I'm not so sure on it. Y'all, tell me why a week later, after Sandy had left, Tasha's whole apartment burned down. And even though they ruled it accidental causes, come on now. Come on now. Who y'all think did it? Am I tripping? Is that a coincidence? Come on, y'all. I don't know how, I don't know when. Back then, they did not have the Ring cameras, but y'all, my gut feeling is telling me Sandy has something to do with that. I felt like she was so embarrassed the way stuff went down, like she did not get her way. And Tasha already told me what happened when she don't get her way. She started burning stuff down. So yes, the minute that Tasha's apartment burned down, I had already put in an early evacuation to my apartment. I was like, nah, I don't want her knowing where I'm at because, you know what I'm saying, she do know where I live and I might be next. And yes, I was low-key kind of scared looking over my shoulder. So I'm like, nah, I got to go ahead and break my lease and move somewhere else so I can feel safe, so I can sleep peacefully at night or when I'm going on vacation or to work. I want to be able to come back to a house that's not burned down, y'all. Not only that, a few months after that, Tasha and I was constantly getting harassed off social media from fake accounts. People accusing us of sleeping together. People calling us nasty. People saying that we're fake friends. People saying that, you know, like we're going to go to hell and this, and that. Like constantly. And none of this stuff has ever happened until we met Sandy, until the situation with Sandy. So I'm pretty sure y'all can already guess who had a hand in doing all that stuff as well. It was Sandy. Almost a year later, I was still at that same job, and my supervisor let me know that somebody by the name of like this alter ego that Sandy used to always call herself. That's how I know she just gave it away. He was like, yeah, this person called her and basically was saying that they were with you and you were doing things that didn't stand right with the company or whatever. She could have got me fired. Luckily, my supervisor knows me outside of work, so he wasn't going for none of that. I let him know what happened. I told him the crazy story. He was like, dang, yeah, that's crazy. I'm like, y'all, years later, Sandy is still trying to cause some damage. And nothing has ever worked. Like, I feel so bad that she burnt Tasha's house down, stuff like that. But after that, y'all, Tasha bounced back bigger and better than ever. Whatever. Tasha is doing great. She's not worried about Sandy. I feel like that's why Sandy mad, because nothing that she's doing is sticking. So, boom, bam. Did Sandy actually get her revenge? Was Tasha right or was Tasha wrong? How did I do in the story? Y'all think I handled it just fine? Because y'all be dogging me out. Thank y'all for all the likes, all the comments, showing all the love. Shout out to my superstar subs. And y'all already know. Until then, we'll meet again for the next Say It With Me story time.